Hurschel Dunn was born and raised in Coleman. He went to school in Coleman County, attending Lone Star School, Watts Creek School, Westward School, and ultimately graduated from Coleman High School in 1931. Following high school, he attended Daniel Baker College in Brownwood, where he graduated in 3 years with a bachelor's degree in social studies and education. Hurschel entered the workforce because he wasn't able to join the war effort due to a childhood accident. As a young boy, he was riding a burro to Westward Elementary. Apparently this was an acceptable mode of school transportation back then. And unfortunately, he was hit by a car. His leg was crushed below the knee. The doctor wanted to amputate, but Hurschel's mother refused. His leg was put in a wire mesh tray and suspended for a year to heal. So after graduating college, Hurschel went to work. His first job at International Harvester in Sweetwater. After a short time, he took a teaching job at IRA for 3 years. In 1941, Hurschel studied for and took the Texas Highway Patrol test. Out of 2,000 applicants, only 10% passed and were hired. Hurschel was one of the few that got hired. He spent 8 years with the State Highway Patrol, first as a patrolman and later transferred to the Driver's License Bureau. That same year, Hurschel married Edna Stell, and they proceeded to live in Austin, Galveston, Houston, and El Paso before returning to Coleman in 1948 to run the family farm. 4 years later, Hurschel began teaching at Coleman High School. Hurschel taught at Coleman High from 1952 until 1966. He taught social studies, drama, and driver's education. With his prior experience at the Driver's License Bureau, Hurschel was the perfect candidate to teach the very first driver's education class at Coleman High School. The year was 1952, and there were 32 pupils enrolled. This was an intense course requiring students to spend weeks studying the driving handbook, pass the regulations, state written test, and then there was the actual behind-the-wheel driving. In 1952, driver's education students spent weeks inside the walls of Hufford Field in the driver education car, where they were taught the fundamentals of driving by Mr. Dunn. Once the fundamentals were mastered, the students took the class car out into the streets to attain the appropriate driving skills to pass the state driving test. And this class was such a success, in September 1953, a driver education car equipped with a dual clutch and brake was loaned to Coleman High School by Taylor Motor Company at no cost to the school, by the way. Mr. Dunn's class became very popular and was well known for his thorough training of young drivers while spending many hours behind the wheel of a 1953 Plymouth. Out of curiosity, anyone here tonight that was taught driver's ed by Hurschel Dunn? Not much of you were. Hurschel also had a love for theater. He taught drama at Coleman High School. He acted in local theater productions. In 1983, at the age of 72, he had a bit part reciting one line cast as an old man at the diner in a movie entitled Independence Day. That movie was filmed in Anson, Texas. He'd always dreamed of pursuing an acting career in New York or Hollywood. Hurschel left teaching in 1966 to return to manage the family farm. He loved people. Later enjoyed working at Shipman's Department Store and Stevens Funeral Home. He was a Mason and a member of the men's downtown Sunday school class. Hurschel lived to be 97 years old. He was a zesty, full of life, energetic man. He lived by several mantras, but 4 that truly reflected the person that he was. Help others every day, serve your community, make people smile, and always keep learning. Accepting Mr. Dunn's Coleman ISD 2023 Hall of Honor Award on his behalf is Ralph Terry, who is accepting on behalf of Hurschel's granddaughter, Sandy Buchanan, who could not be here tonight. Ralph?
I was hoping he would introduce me as Sandy, but obviously you did Ralph Terry. Sandy called me this afternoon and said that she couldn't make it because of problems that they had there. Her husband, who is a doctor, is ill. Plus, they found a nail in her tire and couldn't fix it for 4 hours. So, I'm representing the family tonight. I've known the family forever. Hurschel was my driver's ed teacher, and I still obey all those stop sign rules and every other rules that we were taught. So, this is what Sandy sent, other than to say thank you very much, and she hates it that she couldn't be here, because they would need about 3 tables. Sandy herself only had 3 kids, but she's got 11 grandkids, and she's not even 50 yet. So, here we go. And this is from Sandy. She says, I am a licensed medical massage therapist, personal trainer, and licensed nurse. And I gave Hurschel massages even into his mid-90s. When I did stretches for therapy, he was the most flexible man I ever saw, even with his injured leg. And I want to read y'all the whole list that she sent of rules that Hurschel lived by. This is why he was so healthy and lived to be 97 according to him. 1, read scriptures and pray first thing in the morning. 2, eat what you put on your plate. It's better to be put a little and get more. If you want more than that, to put a lot and overeat. 3, drink 1 ounce apple cider vinegar every day. 4, take a quick nap, a little after lunch, not more than 15 to 20 minutes. Yeah, that's important. 5, walk a lot and move as much as you can. Help others every day. Serve in the community. Make people smile. Invest your money and never spend more than you make. Pay in cash or trade, but don't go into debt. Always keep learning. Never go to bed angry. Make peace with others, yourself, and most of all, God. Good day, family. Thank you.